And I feel like as an actor, if you're just alert to the world around you, there are little gifts everywhere. Like a hummingbird, you know, passing by, or just like a really kind moment with a stranger. So I enjoy that. And then I also really, if I am kind of like, oh, I'm going to go out there and really focus on getting inspired or shaking things up a bit. I love traveling. And for me, traveling is an opportunity to just kind of experience the world from an objective point of view and experience just how amazing humans can be, especially in some of these places that I've gotten to visit, like Mongolia and Peru and India and so forth. I've just had really lovely, lovely experiences there that have been extraordinary and really inspiring.
I think the primary thing for a child, you know, I'm speaking from a little bit of a remote experience, but I think that the primary thing for a child is to give a child hope, to offer a child a way to dream of a possibility for him or herself. So I think that that's one of the best gifts we can give children.
Sometimes I see myself as just a viewer, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's a terrible answer to your question. Important, I think, and there's some other things too. I think it's important to know what the camera angles are. I think it's important to know as much as you can about the camera so that you can help fill the frame, you can help tell the story, you can help bounce the story to somebody else. You're helping tell a story at the end of the day, right? And when we get to set, we need to stay as engaged as possible. There's so much information flying around, and it's important to keep our antennas way out there and pay attention. That's one. The other thing is, learn as much as you can about life, about people, engage, get your fingers dirty, hang out with people, travel, read. I think the most interesting actors are the ones who have lived some life.
I think if you're a musician, just play your music. You know, if you're an actor, just keep acting. If you're a writer, keep writing. And find different ways of putting yourself, your work out there, and find ways of collaborating with really interesting people. I think you have to follow your passion, and keep stimulated, keep engaged, keep learning. People start coming to you, you know, eventually, as you and your talent and your history start growing. People start coming to you because you're too big. They can't avoid, you know what I mean? They're like, that person is super talented. I can't avoid them. I have to go and see and talk to them.
So, almost done, I swear to God. Recently, I got to play the part of Lenore Kendall. She's a Love Generation poetess. And she said the following, and she talks about poetry, and I don't think that it's exclusive to poetry, because poetry is art. Life is art. Acting, directing, writing, lighting, Paul Miller, is art. She said, poetry is alive because it is a medium of vision and experience. It is not necessarily comfortable. It is not necessarily safe. When a poet censors his vision, he no longer tells the truth as he sees it. This results in an artificial limitation imposed on an art whose direction is beyond the limits of the conceivable. There are no barriers to poetry or prophecy. By their nature, they are barrier breakers, bursts of perception, lines into infinity.